Hey, welcome back, YouTube. I just thought I should maybe stop that. For A, it was getting to be too long of an individual vlog, and I found like whenever they get too long, I have a real difficult time uploading them, and that just delays everything getting onto YouTube. And also, I didn't want to be talking in dude's ear while he was waiting to take my order. So it's still Sunday afternoon, 1:32 p.m. I'm not sure what's going on over there on Country Club Drive. Looks like there's a tow truck pulling up a truck. Doesn't look wrecked or nothing. Anyway, I'm parked in front of Del Taco. They asked me to park in front. So I think that's odd. Usually that's only when you order an obscenely large amount of food. All I ordered was 12 tacos, but anyway, I guess they bring it out to me. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so we decided to go to 92nd Street Cafe together. I figured it'd be good. Sometimes I like when I find when I go to a place alone, like I kind of go with the intention to try to hype up my nearby karaoke show, and of course sing and have a good time. But I find sometimes when I go to myself, I'll get really introverted and I'll just sit and in a corner with my smartphone and mess around. Thank you. And just be messing around on social media, and eBay and reading on the web and all that. Just basically, I have my face on my phone. I may as well just be alone because I'm just not talking to anybody. And I do it sometimes when I go out alone. I get kind of introverted and just awkward like that. So yeah, it's usually a little bit better if I go out with somebody. And sometimes, like, another person will advocate for me better than I advocate for myself. Because sometimes I get kind of shy about that. So, yeah, which is exactly how it ended up working out. She had a good time singing. That was a good thing that she got to go out because, like I said, she's been homebound for quite a while. So, we ended up, we got there like right after the show started and was pretty much there for the whole thing. And man, just getting to warm up doing a few songs over at Trey's show, I was really on my, like, some days I just definitely sing better than others, and I was just on it as a singer yesterday, and probably doing good at picking stuff out, and maybe the fact that they have such a limited selection of music helped me as well, but yeah, like every song that I sang over at 92nd Street Cafe, I just nailed the hell out of it, and the crowds are going nuts. I had a couple people that were like, "You're definitely a professionally trained vocalist," and I'm like, "No, really, I'm not." I said, "I guess you could say I'm a professional singer, but only in like the weakest possible definition of it." She's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I'm a karaoke host." So I sing regularly as a karaoke host, but it's never been in a band or anything. At least not one that did anything. But yeah, ended up talking to a lot of people about the show, and people were pretty excited about it. And the fact that, that oh yeah, I wanted to sing this, I wanted to sing this song, I couldn't believe they didn't have it. And every time it's like, well, which artist? And then I would show them how my online songbook worked. And interestingly enough, they do use an online songbook at 92nd Street Cafe. I'm assuming it's part of the service they're using for streaming their karaoke tracks, and it's in some ways the app is really good. In some ways it's not. I don't know. I could go on at length and probably bore you all to tears with the things I do and don't like about it, and the things in it that are a mixed blessing. But one thing is, for certain, is that, like, when you do a search for, it's one thing when you can't. There's so many shows nowadays that you just ask the host for what you got. They don't have a printed book, and they kind of act like they have it. And admittedly, I kind of do this myself, but I pull it off better than everybody else. Well, I do have my online book, but yeah, they act like they have everything and then tell you if you ask for a song that they don't have. And with some hosts that are like that, I've had some of them get kind of frustrated with me in the past. They're like, because I'll ask for like 3 different things, and after the third one, they're like, Jesus, Dan, why you keep asking for such weird shit? Nobody has that for karaoke, and I'm like, I have all of those things for karaoke. Most of those I've had for years. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know, just sing something normal. So, but like on the search, I did one of the searches I searched for Led Zeppelin, because I felt like I was that on my singing game yesterday. It's like, yeah, I'm nailing it. I'm gonna take it all the way. I'm gonna do some Zeppelin. Yeah. They only had 4 Led Zeppelin songs, and the 4 Led Zeppelin songs that they had were I don't think they were titles I even recognized, or maybe one was one that I recognized, but like kind of a fringe song. But like, it's one thing if you only have 4 Led Zeppelin songs, and they're, I don't know, Stairway to Heaven, Immigrant Song, Rock and Roll in Kashmir, you know. But they only had 4 Led Zeppelin songs, and they were just really fringe titles, and nothing I was familiar with that I would want to sing. And I gotta get my tacos in me. I'm starving. So yeah, everybody that came up that that I was talking to about it, whatever artist was, I would show them how my online songbook worked, and I tell you, where you can. And there's just searching by keywords. It wasn't specifically by artist or title like mine will, where you can search specifically by artist or title, which sometimes is problematic. Like I was kind of wanting to. In my last vlog, I got pretty excited when I heard America on the radio, and as Candy and I were driving out to North Scottsdale, we also heard another America song, and I was kind of excited because it was a different song by America, and I love the band America, but it's kind of a joy to hear 2 different songs on the radio on the same day. So, anyway, I tried to do a search for America, and it brought up this huge search result of just pages and pages that are awkward to scroll through, by the way the thing's coded. Like, because when you get to the bottom of a page and you go to the second page, when you click next to go to the next page, it automatically takes you to the bottom of the next page. So you have to scroll to the top on the second page. And you know what I mean? Like, we go to the second page, you're not at the top of the second page, you're at the bottom of the second page. You have to scroll up to it and then scroll back down through it. It's not a major problem, but it is awkward. And it took me a while to realize that what was going on. So sometimes I was searching through stuff, and then when I get to the second page, I didn't realize there was a whole bunch more second pages I had to scroll up to see, because who codes their pages like that? But anyway, I just got frustrated when I did a search for America, because basically it brought up anything with America in the title, because I couldn't specifically search for America as an artist name. And of course, since largely the service they're on seemed to be largely based on the Party Time karaoke library, and Party Time Karaoke has put out a lot of public domain songs because there's no licensing involved. So a lot of things like America the Beautiful, and then things like Yankee Doodle Dandy or whatever. In the artist field, it'll say American patriotic songs. So all of that kind of stuff came up when I did a search for the artist America. And in quite a bit of scrolling, I think I only saw 2 songs by the band America. And it was just so frustrating being presented with all that stuff that was not what I was searching for, that I ended up like, I don't want to sing America anymore. I'm searching for something else. Anyway. So yeah, I showed some of the people how this search worked. I remember one girl wanted to sing a specific Tom Petty song, and then I searched, and her eyes she got bug-eyed when she saw how much Tom Petty came up on my online songbook. She's like, oh my God, we're so going to be there Tuesday. So, mission accomplished on that. And I feel good, because I when I am doing something like that, I'm never trying to take away from the show that I'm talking to people at, and I don't have a show in that part. In fact, I have a show at all on Friday or Saturday. So, and if this guy does a show on Tuesday, I'm not aware of it, and he certainly wasn't promoting it there. was him being there Friday and Saturday. So I really should have talked to the host more, and I didn't. He was, in spite of the music selection, which probably has very little to do with him. For the most part, he ran sound really good. The show sounded good. I felt like I sounded good. The show ran very smoothly. Occasionally there were some delays while he was waiting for the song to download, which is awkward. I would not stick with a service that worked like that. But he still, like, he handled it like the host handled like that like a hell of a professional. Like, he would just kind of make jokes in the meantime and just kind of prevent it from sounding. He managed to make what was awkward not seem awkward. So yeah, hell of a great host. I had a good time there. And Candy seemed to have a blast. And she talked to probably more people than I did, because like I said, I get kind of shy about that. But so I don't know. We'll see if that results in a bigger turnout on Tuesday at the Union Jack. It's one thing. It's one thing for people to say, "Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. We'll be there." It's a whole other thing when they actually show up. But who knows? We'll see on Tuesday. Anyway, after that, I just dropped Candy back off. At that point, we were both like super tired. It was like 2 a.m. So it's like, how about I just come over tomorrow and I'll pack up my shit then. That, and I was trying to move my blogs, get my vlogs uploaded wherever I was at that had Wi-Fi, but I just had one. It's not even really that long of a video, like a 22-minute video, and I absolutely could not get the thing to download. And it looked like it just kept partially caching and then not finishing, and then partially caching again and just not finishing, because I kept running out of space but not finishing the thing. And I checked on Google Drive, and it's not that huge of a file compared to the amount of space that kept magically disappearing on my iPhone. So I don't know what the deal is with it, to be honest. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I don't know. But at any rate, I was like, well, I got my computer set up at her place. It's on Wi-Fi. So as soon as I got there, I tried to download that. It was clearly taking like a while. And so I'm like, how about I just shut everything else down, leave that going, and let it download? She's like, yeah, no problem. So anyway, I'm on my way over there to pick it up. So on that note, I should sign off. I was going to talk about my girlfriend being insanely jealous about the fact that I'm over here doing this, but yeah, I don't have time to talk about that, so I'm not going to. Maybe later. Anyway, it's what it is. Anyway, thanks for coming on the ride with me, and there will be more later.